Insert witty introduction here. This is Power to Mario of CrystalStarStudio with Mega Freak 400. And wait a minute. It took like 13 minutes the last video to get to the next morning. That's ridiculous.
It didn't take that much longer, did it? Anyway, it's the next morning, but we're not going to be doing actually any missions today. Well, we eventually will be, but for the first part of this video, we are not going to because we have a special mission to...
Wait, you said... Whoa, time out.
What?
You said we weren't doing any more missions today, and then you say, so we're doing a really special mission today.
Specifically, did I put the chapter in there? I don't think I put the...
New chapter, guys.
Damn, I thought I recorded it too. I guess I must have cut that. Anyway, this is the Gatekeepers. Pretty much, it's when I mentioned chapters being odd. This is the one I was thinking of because pretty much you go from the one with Drowsy to the chapter is just doing a mini game, and yeah, that's what we're pretty much gonna do.
We're gonna play Mario Party today.
Well, no, actually, Diglett is now going to help do his dad's job, Doug Trios. So therefore, we have to be the sentries, and this means we get to identify Pokemon footprints.
This is gonna be fun.
It's pretty easy, actually. You'd think it wouldn't be because you never really see Pokemon feet, but it's pretty simple to figure out.
Yep.
At least I find it is.
Yep. I usually get perfects every time. Sometimes when I don't get perfects, it's I don't even understand how I don't get perfects on here. It's pretty simple.
And you can we do this later, I believe, too. This is like just the first instance of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you do it a few times throughout the game. You can actually at one point you can actually come back and do it over and over. But I think that's post story.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we outside? Oh,
it's a flashback. It's a flashback to when so you know what.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't see the sepia tone over the game. That's the clear hint there.
I like this how they kind of show off how the layout of the guild basically.
We climb up a vine. Diglett hacks.
I don't know. Bidoof is kind of suspicious looking.
Let's kill him. You know what they should have? They should have like a. You know how with darn it, I can't remember. They should have like a torch placed right below the hole, and just have it like, oh, it's a spy! Fire!
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're identifying the Pokemon based on the footprint, and if I don't.
It's a Bidoof, but we don't know if it's our Bidoof.
No, I know, but not only that, but like they're deciding whether or not the Pokemon is suspicious or not based on just their footprint, and nothing else but the footprint. How would that, and it's not even like telling what kind of person or Pokemon they are, it's just what Pokemon, okay, it's a Cyndaquil. We don't know if it's an evil Cyndaquil or a good Cyndaquil, so.
Wait a second, so if you were to stand on there, wouldn't you show a human footprint?
No.
Well, you could.
No, they can't see, they just see what I am right now. There's no, anyway.
Let's pick the feet. Foot fetish, lesson 1.
Foot book. They need to make a foot book movie.
Persian?
They need to make a foot book movie. And that's not Persian. What?
I know it's Pidgey.
It's artillery.
It's artillery. Next one is...
It's
That's
Blastoise.
Obviously Meowth.
No.
Meowth he has a cleft foot.
See, some of these are a little bit tricky, but once you really think about it, it's kind of becomes obvious. And I think for this one, your partner will help you protect you from making a few mistakes. So I think there's a few times where the partner will be like, oh, no, that's not, or maybe it still counts as a mistake though, but your partner will correct it so that the right Pokemon goes in.
That's obviously Quilava.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I was supposed to pick something that it wasn't.
It was Quilava though.
That's how you inject humor.
Okay, that's Marshtomp.
Oh, Marshtomp, yeah. Marshtomp's feet are weird. I'd expect smaller feet.
Well, its name is Marshtomp. Well, I was gonna say stomp, but he stomps. And Typhlosion.
Beldum doesn't sit on the
Beldum doesn't have feet.
Beldum would just levitate there.
I think Beldum's footprint is just like a circle.
Well, I mean, if the sun's glaring down on this hole, it would just show the entire outline of Beldum.
Yeah.
Well, this game isn't that smart.
Like I said, the actual use of footprints to determine whether or not the Pokemon can come through just doesn't really make sense. But whatever, it's a fun minigame.
You know, maybe these feet are supposed to have some sort of like tattoo on the bottom of their foot signifying they're a guild member.
No, but like, it's not they're letting in only guild members. It's letting in just Pokemon who want to come into the guild.
Oh
like,
man. It doesn't really make much sense. I mean, granted, Treasure Town, each individual Pokemon, there's no duplicates of any Pokemon.
Now, what does Ginsig do? I know we got a Life Seed, but what does Ginsig do?
Oh, Ginseng. Oh, what does that do?
Actually, what does a Life Seed do? Because we've found Reviver Seeds.
Ooh, I can't remember. Wow, Life Seed's important though.
I can look it up real quick.
It might be a status ailment. It might be like a full heal Life Seed. No. Life Seed increases your max HP. That's right.
Oh, it does? It's
yeah,
like
I think that's what it is. Yeah. That's what Life Seed is. And Ginseng is it's like a stat booster like calcium, I think. I don't remember what Ginseng does though. That's something we can look up.
Okay, yeah, Life Seed raises max HP by 3, restores ability by 5. How do you spell Ginseng?
Ginseng, Ginseng.
Ginseng.
Yep.
Okay, Ginseng. No, I don't want polka dollars. And yeah, today is another day of just, doing random chores. Basically going to the bulletin boards.
We don't inspire confidence. You don't inspire anyone. You yell at them.
Yeah, I don't know why he says that, because I got a perfect, so it's not like I did bad.
Perfect score? I could do better.
It boosts the power of moves on the top of the moves menu or something.
Boost the power of moves. Oh, okay. What did it say again?
Drink that boosts the power of a Pokemon's set moves.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's actually a neat item.
It doesn't seem like it's a permanent item. I could be wrong though. I'm not.
It's not permanent. It's not, because when you have linked set moves and you unlink them, I haven't actually experimented with that, but I'm pretty sure the Ginseng effect would go away, unless it sticks with that. Like if say you link Tackle and Leer, and Tackle is above Leer on the display. If you were to delink the moves, I'm wondering if Ginseng's effect would stay with Tackle. I don't know though. That's something to experiment with later.
I know you know more about linked moves than I do.
All I know is they link together and they capoon people.
So technically, I think there might be more in Drench Bluff, but because we went there yesterday, I'm not going to go there. So we are going to. Actually, I could have gone to Mount Bristol Bristle because there's like 1, 2, 3 of those. But I decided to go to Beach Cave because it's quick and easy, and we haven't been there in a while. Actually, we went to Mount Bristol like not too long ago.
I was mugged.
Plus, Mount Bristol's Outlaw is B rank, and while I probably could handle it, it's, better to be safe than sorry. Because you'd be surprised, the Outlaws actually can be a little bit more tricky. I mean, compared to like regular Pokemon, so you do want to be careful when you're facing Outlaws.
I'm pretty sure one time I faced an Outlaw Pinsir. That was a bad experience.
Did you die?
Yes. Pinsir's learned Guillotine. That's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And in this game, Guillotine is a lot more costly than in these version games, because you don't have a party. If your leader dies, you're all dead.
Well, I think once we start, you mentioned how we can get more members. I think that if you or me die, we leave. But if one of the other partners dies, then we still can stay. They just go back to the guild.
Because it's a part of story progression. That's really it. Because after the story, the post game, I'm not sure if that effect applies. I think it only applies to the leader and not to second in command.
Now here's an important team for after the main game, I believe.
Yes. I'll spoil a little bit. This team actually explores the area known as Zero Isle.
Well, he's gonna mention it here, or she's gonna mention it here. I think it's a she. I don't know.
I would assume so. Yep, Zero Isle. Zero Isle is the toughest place to explore in the entire game. I've actually never gotten through any of the parts of it, so.
And I feel like I think doesn't like Explorers of Sky extend that a little bit more, or?
Nah, I have no idea.
You don't know anything about Explorers of Sky?
No, sir.
See, this is why we didn't do Explorers of Sky, because we both played this game. We didn't actually, even though technically speaking, it's just an extension. It's like a director's cut. So it's
we had people say, "Oh, why'd you do Explorers of Sky?"
Well, I mean, there is some story stuff that's explored more in Explorers of Sky that would have been nice to do. But like I said, we're more familiar with Darkness, even though they're pretty much the same game, just again an extension. But
the big push for Mystery Dungeon fans was the Wigglytuff storyline. But if that's all there is to offer substantially, then that's not really worth getting.
Yeah.
Wow, you're storing a lot of items. That's okay though, because I mean you only have 3 pockets for your items.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought I only had 2 pockets, but I mean that's fine because I guess what I was surprised about is I have 3 pockets, but they kept sending everything to the storage whenever I got rewards. But I guess they just automatically do that regardless of whether or not you have enough room.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4 because it's
no, this is the storage.
No, well, I don't know. Never mind. 3. It's 8 per.
That's the storage
pocket.
now. There was 3 in my bag at one point.
Nope.
Is there a limit to the amount of storage you can have?
Storage? I think, but I think it's a pretty substantial maximum. I don't remember.
So
I would assume there is a cap on that.
So while I'm setting up, did you, or I don't know if you did, but I went and saw the Avengers.
Oh man, I did not see the Avengers. How'd you like it?
It's really good, and I'm honestly went into it not really being a big fan of superhero movies all that much, and it's really, not only is it funny, but it's you would really not think that a movie that was being built up by various other movies would be good, but they pulled it off, and it was really just phenomenal, awesome. So
you've honestly visited Beach Cave more than I have in any of my files.
Yeah, but this is only the second attempt. So you say you've only visited once. Hello?
What's up?
I said I've only visited. This is the second visit. So you saying you've only visited it once?
Yep.
I mean, I like the music in it. It is very easy, but I guess I didn't want to go back to Drench Bluff. Drench Bluff seems to be, for now, like the one that you want to go to the most because it's kind of in between being really easy and being really hard. Not that Mount Bristle is really hard. It's just kind of more tedious.
I think. Oh, I wish someone would make a hack where they would put all the bosses as random enemies in this dungeon.
In this cave.
Yeah. Just have them appear randomly.
I'm sure someone's attempted that. Well, maybe not.
Something similar to it. Make all the random enemies boss enemies.
I know there's a hack of the Game Boy Advance games, Liquid Crystal, which is like a remake of... It's a remake of... It adds some more to it, but it's a remake of Pokemon Crystal. Oh, here's an Outlaw, by the way.
Ooh, Outlaw Lily. That's intimidating.
And we get some pretty awesome music. Now, as you can see here, again, yeah, the Outlaws do have quite a bit of HP, so again, don't underestimate them. But,
Paralyze, oh yeah.
But yeah, basically they were making a Pokemon remake of Crystal because they weren't sure that there was going to be a remake of... Because this was before Heart Gold and Soul Silver was announced, so they pretty much remade, and they made all the sprites, like I think in MS Paint, but they pretty much made a hack of, it's basically Crystal, but with the Game Boy Advance style. Like it's a hack of not Fire Red and Leaf, well possibly, but Ruby and Sapphire basically. It's really quite a cool remake.
Yeah, I've kind of lost interest in the mainstream Pokemon games, to be honest.
Oh, come on. They're awesome.
Since I played Diamond, I like Diamond more than 3rd gen, the progression. But then I saw 5th gen, I was like, I can't keep up. Like, they're coming out with games like every 1.5 years now.
Yeah, because they're coming out with Black and White too.
And the sequels are coming out less than, is it less than a year before the year anniversary of Black and White?
Black and White came out like around my birthday, so like March. So Black and White 2 are coming out in like September, so more in a year, but
year and a half.
Now, I thought you rented it at one point, didn't you? Or did you try to rent it?
I rented Black, and I played through 2 gym leaders.
You didn't
I played
really
through
like
the trio gym leaders.
And you weren't really fond of it?
I'll be honest, I enjoyed it.
But you're not really...
I can't keep up with all the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with them. I enjoy them when I get to play them, but if it's gotten to the point where the Pokemon games are starting to become more for the multiplayer and training a competitive party than it is to enjoy the story. That's what the community's turning it into.
Well, I wouldn't argue that so much with Black and White, because I feel story became more of a focus than in the past games. Especially with Black and White 2, the fact that Black and White 2 takes place in the same region but with new gym leaders, and you pretty much start on a different side in the area. It's like a few years after the event, so they're kind of making it more plot-based than previous Pokemon games. But I know what you mean, that if you're trying to keep up with all the other players, the community, that you do need to, it's hard to keep up with everyone else. But personally, I'm not really a trader. I'm more of a breeder. I have a living Pokedex because that was fun to do.
Oh wait, is that... Okay, that's just rescue Pokemon.
Yeah,
right?
I was trying to catch it.
I gotta catch 'em all.
So yeah, sorry if this is a little boring revisiting these dungeons, but you have to do them. They make you go back to them.
The version games have a lot of potential for the console, though. They kind of... Coliseum I thought was really wonderful. XD kind of didn't do it justice.
I never played Coliseum. Well, cause the thing with Coliseum was I was disappointed that it wasn't like Pokemon Stadium, because at that time I really loved Pokemon Stadium and Stadium 2, and I'm like, oh, Coliseum, and then it wasn't like that, and I was disappointed. But I never actually played in the adventure mode of it either, so if I've heard it's good. I just never personally have played that.
It wasn't viable to become a stadium type game anyway, because there wasn't a lot of the GameCube. The N64 had an adapter on it, but the GameCube didn't. Well, you had to have a Game Boy player to even...
It had the link cable too, though, didn't it?
Oh yes, that's right. It did. Oh well, we're out of time.
Almost. Not that really anything's gonna happen. It's just gonna be you going, "Oh yeah, we should do our best tomorrow," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let me go to sleep." So
hey, Mega, we should get some sleep. Let's make tomorrow another good day.